touched on so many different things that actually we've talked about a lot, whether it's the formation, the understanding of institutions, the politicization of our culture. We've actually looked a lot at neuroscience and neurotheology as a subject in understanding spiritual formation and how our brains are actually wired. For joy, you mentioned joy, and that has become kind of a hallmark of what we've been talking about, because our brains are actually wired for it. And you moved into belonging, and one of the things that we've noticed is even within the church, and speaking with some neurotheologians that we've had on the show frequently, is that our brains are actually wired for joy. And the first part of joy comes from seeing like our mother's face in the crib, that they're delighted to see us and our brain lights up. But he said our brains are actually wired to determine in reading faces from the time we're quite young if a person enjoys being with us or not. And that joy is where it comes from, is someone wanting to be with us. And unfortunately, within the faith communities, that's not been the case oftentimes. And I think, as you said, we are addicted to outrage. We're addicted to outrage. We've learned how to manipulate the emotion to get the clicks. I personally think, though, that you can only do that so long. Maybe I'm underestimating the power of fear, but I think that there is an adrenaline fatigue.
But yeah, I do. Fatigue, weariness, exhaustion. Yep, I agree. And I think we've even seen that train play out since like the summer of 2020. Like I somehow, even just hearing what people are saying about their New Year's resolutions this January 2023, it's been interesting. I'm just like attending to some, like, what is the zeitgeist here? And I mean, there's a lot of things like slow focus. I want to be able to savor more, full attentiveness. So there's that, which is really important and crucial in our time. But different communities that because different communities have different reasons for outrage and exhaustion, as you would know well from many experiences, but especially that Aurora Church you mentioned. And I'm sensing a lot of like quiet, hidden, constructive reimagining work happening in a lot of different communities, as they're just tired of like the Instagram performativity and the sort of constant public condemnation. Like, even if that's still happening out there, I'm sensing a lot of people just withdraw to more productive work. My only question mark is, are we getting back into certain kinds of silos? And, so that's kind of it's just a question mark I have. I don't fully know. But I do sense there's a response there. We've hit the sort of exhaustion peak.